Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday and another one of those days in quarantine, trying to figure out what to do to make the time go by. So today I'm going to introduce to you the materials and some of the tools that I use when I create or build a diorama. And of course, I do it right here in the four walls of my man cave, and I do just about 80% of the work here. Okay, I do sometimes need to go outside to do some paint and to use a resin and other toxic products. You know, I just go outside and do that. Anyhow, you know, it's important that we stay focused during this crisis and, you know, keep our minds busy. So I kind of resort to coming up to the man cave and getting my inspiration going, okay? And although what I'll be doing as a grown folk is, you know, to create projects for action figures of toys, all right? Which a lot of people perhaps deem it as something that us grown folks shouldn't be doing. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, there's always a good way to find an outlet or an escape from all the nonsense that's, you know, be surrounding us on a daily basis. So what better than to reach out into your inner self and, you know, dig deep into your childhood memories and relive them as an adult and creating a craft, because nowadays adults are the ones indulging in this kind of thing, and you know, and there's all different collectors out there, you know, statue collectors, mitten box collectors, open box collectors, and that sort of thing. I'm kind of both. I just hope that after this video, you know, you learn one thing or two about, you know, some certain tool that you may need to build a diorama if you're a first timer doing this, okay? It's a little pricey, or not pricey, but, you know, you have to invest, of course, in tools and equipment in order to start projects. And who knows, you know, you might just get that good that commissions might just start coming in. So let's go ahead and start with the measuring tools that I use, okay? Some of the measuring tools that I use, of course, are basic stuff. You know, we got the steel ruler here, which is pretty good for cutting the paint for the green foam. Pretty good tool right there. You know, it goes well when you know, cutting it, making a firm line using a pencil or an X-Acto knife, which I'll be showing you in a minute. All right, I have a plastic one too. These go pretty well when you know, because they are hard. They don't deviate from a line that you're creating. Hard plastic. I have a wooden one too. I try to use the metal portion of it when I'm creating lines on foam or making measurements. I have a half moon ruler, which comes in pretty handy when making oblong shapes on foam. Okay, pretty neat. You can use the inside or the outside. Okay, I have this other steel ruler, okay, with this portion that, you know, you can go ahead and put against your cutting mat and make precise measures without the ruler moving. Pretty cool, and this is pretty pricey, by the way, the metal one. I have a small scale cutting mat, all right, which I like to use both of them, like the one right here, the big green cutting mat, and this one. These are also pretty pricey, but they are worth the investment. Now, oh, plus I forgot the triangle one. This was a need for precise cuts, making holes for your magnets and other things. Those that use the ceramic magnets. All right, pretty cool. I love this tool. And every now and then I also use a tape measure, which I have it in my kit here, my toolbox, you know, with shelves and everything. So when it comes to cutting foam and to making incisions and perhaps giving it some texture. Sometimes I use this hot knife right here. Okay, caution when using this because it gets extremely hot. All right. Sometimes I go for the box cutter. All right. And then I have my little kit right here that contains most of my cutting materials or cutting equipment. I have a few different types of X-Acto knives. All right, these blades are extremely sharp. You could always purchase additional blades separately once they go dull, unless you have a sharpening tool with you. I have this curved one right there, pretty neat. I also have one of these medical knives. Actually, it's up in there. This is pretty sharp as well. Victory. Okay. This is really good when carving into foam, making precise little holes, or making deep incisions, carving out. And I also use this side to puncture into the foam. And I have this last X-Acto knife. Okay, so I have a good selection of X-Acto knives to use. Now, when dealing with small components, either if it's gluing them in place, whatnot, I have certain types of tweezers. Okay, one, here's two. All right, pretty neat. Other one right there. So this one right here, I believe this one, I think I stole this one from my wife for their eyebrows or whatever. Okay, right here. These are very necessary when it comes to dealing with small objects. Okay, because I have, kind of big hands and thick fingers, so I got this smaller one right there. You can find all these at any craft store. All right, they are kind of inexpensive as well. So one more thing that I'll be using to create texture on foam. Okay, because you're probably wondering how I come up with the texture. You've seen some of my videos. You see that sometimes I use a conventional rock such as this, okay, with different shapes, when creating texture on foam, on your bricks. You can use anything from a roll of tin foil. Okay, this is pretty good when creating texture as well. Just roll it around. Okay, I have these three printed plates. They all have certain dimensions and form to give on the foam. Okay, this one has a zigzag pattern, or pattern, that's what I have to say earlier. Here's another one with straight bricks. I use this one to create my John Wick bricks on the foam, the John Wick diorama, which came out pretty good. Something as simple as a bottle opener, right there. Okay, you could just give details to the foam. It's just amazing all the kind of things that you can use. Okay, now I really like to use actual pebbles and sand on my projects, okay? And some of the ones that I grabbed at Michael's or any other Hobby Lobby store, pebbles, these ones right there. Once I insert them into the foam and I give them color, they're gonna have a different color scheme after I'm done. Here goes some sand or granite or whatever you want to call it, okay? Stone granules and whatnot. Pretty cool. Using this on projects, they look so realistic after you're done painting them and giving the dry brush and whatnot. If you've seen this before, the acrylic gesso, this is great to creating nice patterns on your foam and texture for any type of medieval or terrain feature, or something that you know, once you have that stone-like appearance, this is pretty good to use. Okay, even on bricks, if you want to create a devastation and whatnot, use some of this. Put some dirt and some pebbles down there, or not dirt, but some of that sand. Mod Podge. This is very important when you are doing the wash on your foam prior to any paint. It kind of gives a great sealing to the paint and kind of solidifies the black wash in place, and it creates an extra thick or an extra layer of surface. So when you actually apply the paint apps, they're going to come out really, really well. And on some bases that I use for my projects, which I've been having a great time using clocks, I use these stone coarse paints, all right, which have beautiful patterns on there. Like this one has a stone, it's called the obsidian. Okay, look at this one, another stone accent. And when you apply it on the surface, man, it comes out magnificent. Look at this great one. Okay. Here is this stone coarse texture right there. This is a beauty if you were to do like a Star Wars, whatnot. Yeah, I have a copper. Okay, I kind of use this for my John Wick project, and I have some others. Doesn't bring anything, all of it out here, but just to give an example of the stuff I use. And by the way, I'm not being commissioned or sponsored by any of these people. It's just what I use. And finally, for cutting, the hot wire foam kit is perfect. It has so many tools. I think you've seen it in some of my videos. All right. And so that is my kit with drawers. It has all kinds of tools and equipment, accessories, glass, props. It's a pretty good deal that I got this at Michael's, and I really love it. I keep everything organized and in place. Well, I thought I'd share with you some of the tools, materials, and equipment that I use when I build the diorama. If you have any further questions, by all means, on the comments below, you could always ask it, or you could always DM me at my Instagram, eljumbo_NYC. Okay, so with that said, if you are new to my channel, welcome aboard. Okay, follow me on the journey to achieve the very hard 1,000 milestone of subscribers. So please share this, subscribe if you're new, and we are in this together. Continue to be safe, take care of yourself, and keep loving, keep creating peace. Next time I come around, I will be performing a giveaway of my 700 subscribers. So if you have not participated on that giveaway, go to my previous video, check it out, comment, and I'll see you or around 10th of May for the giveaway. So take care, my friends.